afternoon, and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We are once again coming to you live from Vito Capizzo Stadium for today's MIAA Division 4 Round of 32 Girls Lacrosse Tournament game as the number 8 seeded Nantucket Whalers host the number 25 seeded Wahconah Warriors. It is the postseason Whalers Nation, and as you just saw, the boys took care of their business against the Lennox Millionaires, winning 14-2 as they move on to the Sweet 16, and our girls' quest for a state title begins right here as the Wahconah Warriors did a nice little trek of 4 hours, probably in the bus right next to the Lennox Millionaires.
Bet you they were drafting each other on the way.
Absolutely. I thought it probably should have been coordinated. I am Chris Morris. That's Hammy Hurd, of course, joining me up here as my partner in crime. We also got Colby Lucas hanging out, and Charles Douglas. He is Charles in charge, doing it all today, baby, making it all happen. The Whalers finished up a tough regular season as Atlantic Division champions for the second consecutive season. They enter the playoffs with a 13-4 overall record. The Warriors actually made school history as they defeated South Hadley in the Class C Western Mass Championship, earning the school its first ever title of such championship, and enter the playoffs with a 13-7 overall record. We'll get to our game preview in just a moment, but I do want to take another moment and thank our founding underwriter for the sports here on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the children of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our broadcasts. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we continue our pregame festivities here for the MIAA Division 4 Round of 32 Girls Varsity Lacrosse Tournament game here between your Whalers and the Warriors from Wahconah High School. Nantucket enters the postseason playing its best lacrosse of the year. Head coach Jamie Lower has a roster that boasts 9 seniors that have just continued to impress every game they have played together this year. The Whalers are riding a 6-game win streak that began with a statement come-from-behind win against league foe and co-league champion, the Division III CCA Seahawks. The 13-12 win saw Nantucket rally from 2 goals down midway through the fourth quarter, as freshman Louisa Benny was the hero of that day. She scored 6 goals for the Whalers, but the Whalers will need to lean on its experienced group of seniors here today to help propel them to their ultimate goal, and they have a great group. Co-captain Mason Lower will be on the X and leads the team in scoring. She netted her 100th goal of her career in the Whalers' senior game win against Monomoy, and she will also anchor the defense along with co-captain Maddie Lombardi, one of many 3-sport athletes on this team. She's also emerged as another bona fide scorer Lombardi has, and this team, honestly, up and down the lineup, just like the boys have, they've got 10 different players that have scored over 20 points or more, and it's just it's a testament to Jamie Lower and her conditioning and also her scheming and making plays and finding space for these girls, and obviously great finishers as well. In net, sophomore Ella Douglas has improved throughout the season as well. She's protected by an incredibly ball-hawking unit. They quickly turn defense into offense. Great athlete in Maya Johnson, also Sam Zadroga, Sophia Sullivan, and the entire crew on the back end will try and stop a streaky offensive unit in the Warriors. Both teams come in playing at a high level. Again, the Whalers have won 6 in a row, 8 of its last 10. The Warriors have won 6 in a row, including 2 of those wins over South Hadley, their bitter rival, who also is in the tournament. They were bounced already in the first round, but they earned a number 23 seed. So again, here we are again. Coach Lower has already had a Final Four trip, 2 other Elite 8 trips, and now she is hoping to finish her career as coach with a big banner, and the journey to a state championship begins today. Hammy, let's bring you in here, buddy. You are a resident Lax Nut, our lacrosse royalty. The Whalers obviously playing their best lacrosse of the season at the right time, just as the boys are. They got a tough opponent here today. Cannot take this one lightly. What do they got to do today to ultimately come up with a win?
Not turn the ball over. That's it. It's just like the boys. It's pretty. It's like addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
It all comes down to it. It's 2 + 2 = 4, and that is, if you have the ball more than the other team, if the other team doesn't have the ball, they can't score. And if you don't turn the ball over, you control the ball. The game that we just watched is a total definition of that. That team just turned the ball over and over again, and the Whalers just excelled because of that, the Whaler boys, and want to see the Whaler girls do the same thing. And looks like we are
just about ready here. So
we are going to get ready here for Chris to take over, and he's going to do some announcements.
Announce the lineups, do the anthem,
and the national anthem. Whale girls bringing it out for Jamie to talk to them. Little pregame speech before the game, and Wahconah is lining up over there too. The other side as we get ready for the lineups that Chris will be bringing to you.
Mason's phone is all queued up.
Boudage.
Looks like Wahconah's families have got a nice little contingency
Coach,
of families that have come over, and they are dominating
the
stands, actually.
Oh, Buddha, it's Buddha.
Whaler faithful traditionally kind of hang out on the sideline right over and lean over that fence. And here's Chris.
Scratch that. Hold that thought.
They're going to walk around.
There you go. The officials are introducing themselves to the Wahconah Warriors, and so psyched to have Colby Lucas here in the booth with us. And Colby, what are your thoughts about what the Whalers need to do today?
Yeah, psyched to be here. I think the Whalers just need to continue on the momentum they've already built, playing sound lacrosse, moving the ball crisply, sharply, controlling the possessions, as you said, and just playing in control, playing with confidence. And I think if they do all those things, we'll see them in the next round.
I think I don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion, but if they do what they've shown all year and what they're capable of doing, that the things will come out in Nantucket's advantage. But saying that, Wahconah did not drive 5 hours or whatever, travel 4 hours in a boat ride and trains, planes, and automobiles to get here, so they did not come here to lose. So we'll see what's going to happen, and they are the Western Massachusetts champion, and hopefully we're going to see some exciting, great lacrosse today. What it all comes down to it's great competition is the best thing about sports, and seeing a back-and-forth game is what I guess I'm not speaking for everybody, but it's what I love to see. Yeah. It's you just want to see teams pushing each other, and iron sharpens iron.
Right. Exactly.
But this team, our Whalers, are definitely look prepared, and they are dialed in, and all these players are playing their best lacrosse of the year right now. They really have been. And the other thing, too, about this team is just how it's kind of Knights of the Round Table type of attitude. It's all for one and one for all. They've been there for each other all year, and there's just the passing that they do is just so great. Yeah. And finding each other, and just there's no one person who just dominates everything. But honestly, for me, at the center of that is who I like to call Elmer, because she is the glue of this team, because she does everything on the field. She gets the ground balls, gets the face-offs, gets scores, finds assists, just does everything so well, and that's Mason Lower.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree in the Lower family, because they're all just so, love this sport so much.
They're going to do stick check first, which gives me a chance to talk about the Warriors, because they're worth mentioning. Obviously, celebrating a school first, as we mentioned, the Western Mass regional title. Won that game in overtime, so game tested despite being a very young team. Just one senior on the team. She'll be a net, Phelan Renderer. So a bunch of freshmen. And again, Coach Kathy Budai, I hope that I pronounced that correctly, in her 8th season. Obviously had a pretty hefty trek to come over, 4 hours plus, but they finished up 13-7, potent offense. Got a few girls that have scored 20 goals or more, led by Brooke Harrington, and she actually had 5 goals in the upset win over South Hadley, and Mia Thomas. Both have amassed over 70 points. So we just got to find a way on defense here to slow down a Warriors offense that is quite potent, playing out of those Western Mass things. Phelan Renderer was in net for 19 games and gives up about 8 per game. So Whalers going to have to get into that double-digit area if they're going to come away against the champs of the Western Mass. As you can see, the stick check getting underway here. So just wanted to give everybody a little something on the Warriors before we get to our lineups and national anthem and opening draw here.
The stick check for the girls is just such a time-honored tradition, and seeing them being there for each other is just, it's coming from the boys' side, it's just, I'm envious of the camaraderie. It's, I was so taken a few years ago when the volleyball team was doing so great, and I've never watched volleyball before, and you could just see how much the camaraderie of that team was so awesome. And it seems to be an aspect of the girls' sports where they're there for each other.
Yeah, chemistry just plays such a big role in team success, and we can really see that through this team. I mean, they've 6 years of success for Jamie Lower, and each team has had such great chemistry, both on and off the field. So it's fun to watch.
That's great to hear, and that's coming from a student who would know. He knows all these people on this field.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. As I said, not just on the field, but off the field as well. So
when it comes down to it, that's what it's all about. Because I mean, they're going to be done as these seniors. Or I don't know if any of them will ever play lacrosse ever again. But it's such a short window, and to make the most of it, and to be there for your team, and it's just take this opportunity to put your best foot forward and put yourself in position to give yourself the opportunity to win the last game of the year.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And this girls' team has done such a great job. Obviously losing their best players, star player Bailey Lauer. But they've, just like the boys' team, they've reloaded, moved around pieces where they needed to move them around, and they're right back in the mix. So it's going to be really exciting to see them play here.
And if they do win here today, we got them for one more after this. They were a little low, in my opinion, in the seedings, and I don't know if they would have ever broken that to that number 4 level, which the boys are at. So they get 3 home games if they win the next one, which looks like it's going to be against Sandwich, who exactly. Yeah. It'll be fantastic atmosphere. That's going to be a competitive game.
Yes, Sandwich a little bit weaker this year, but I mean they're nothing to play with. I mean Cole Rogers is a star. Their roster's really good. Obviously they're really well coached, and I'm expecting a chippy game, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Very excited for that, and we there's rumblings that it's going to be on Thursday, but until we get the exact date, it's just rumors at this point.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Rematch there from the state championship last year.
Did you go?
I did not go, actually. I had work that day, but
That honestly, that was one of the funnest days I've ever had in my life. It really was.
Yeah, it's special, man. It's special. This lacrosse program has been, both boys and girls, has been incredible to watch. I mean, the growth, and now seeing what they are today, it's special. It really is.
It just comes from a lot of dedication and a lot of people involved in helping build this and teach the lessons and values that this sport teaches.
Yeah, and you're a big part of that, so there you go.
Very much enjoyed my time in the youth program.
Yep.
It was a blast. But honestly, it's funny, we're such rivals with Sandwich.
Right.
They were one of my favorite team at the youth level.
Right.
They were so, when it all comes down to it, we're going to Chris.
Nantucket Whalers take on the 25th seeded Wahconah Regional High School Warriors in the MIAA Division 4 round of 32 game. Participating students, athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked extremely hard to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes, and also assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you do require assistance, please call upon a school official. And now we'd like to begin with our starting lineups. First, the visiting Warriors of Wahconah Regional High School. Number 3, Anna Doyle. Number 4, Tegan Galusha. Number 5, Marissa Poirier. Number 6, Mia Thomas. Number 7, Brooke Thomas. Number 8, Megan Tucker. Number 10, Ella Scalisi. Number 11, Brooke Harrington. Number 12, Gianna Heilbrown. Number 13, Danielle Hagmeyer. Number 14, Chloe DeFazio. Number 16, Rafaela Canino. Number 17, Phelan Renderer. Number 18, Victoria Latazori. Number 19, Abigail Rodhouse. Number 20, Kennedy Dews. Number 21, Lola Mankari. And number 22, Maya Lee. Head coach, Kathy Budai. And now for your girls varsity Whalers lacrosse lineup. Number 4, Grace Hanlon. Number 5, Rita Wood. Number 7, Vicky Dimotrova. Number 9, Maya Johnson. Number 10, Madden Myers. Number 12, Suze Perriner. Number 13, Alex Wisentanner. Number 15, Claire Genthner. Number 18, Carly Ray. Number 19, Sophia Sullivan. Number 20, Mia Bodette. Number 21, Dylan Damien. Number 24, Sam Zadroga. Number 25, Mason Lower. Number 26, Quinn Canty. Number 27, Claire Oberly. Number 28, Ella Finley. Number 31, Louisa Benny. Number 33, Maddie Lombardi. Number 44, Gianna Quinn. And in net, number 46, Ella Douglas. Head coach, Jamie Lower. Today's officials, Brendan Kiley and Wayne Andrews. And our great nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifices of the men and women who have served or are currently serving in our armed forces. We please invite both veterans and current military personnel to stand. We'd like to thank you for your service to our country. And at this time, if we could all please stand, remove our hats for the playing of our national anthem. 3-8-3-2. 3. Thank you.
It's coming up. Chris has come back now, and we look forward to an exciting 48 minutes of MIAA playoff lacrosse.
It doesn't get any better than this, baby. June lacrosse, and we're lucky enough to have another great Whalers team here. It has been an incredible run over Jamie's career in 6 years. It's hard to believe that's going to come to an end, and true era of incredible Whaler sports here. And she has had a winner every year, and including a Final Four trip and undefeated regular season last year.
Let's see one more.
Let's see one more.
Let's see one more.
Where she walks off a winner on the final day.
But what it all comes down to, let's just get through today.
Roger that. Got to take one step at a time.
That's exactly what it's about.
Got to win one draw control at a time. Got to score one goal
play
at a time.
One shot at a time, one clear at a time, one ride at a time.
It's a great shot, Dylan and Suze, Louisa, and Claire, the anchor of the offensive.
That's awesome. And we've got the glue going out to take the face off.
She made my 5-year-old daughter's week by giving her a high five before the game
That's
today.
awesome.
Yeah, it was great. So champs of the Atlantic Division of the Cape and Islands League versus the champs of the Class C Western Mass Regional Championship.
Maddie Lombardi playing midi. So we've got Sophia Sullivan taking her place on defense.
Indeed.
And we've got Alex Weisentanner back there too.
And this is the longest rest the Whalers team has had. Off the stick, Lombardi taps
50-50
it.
ball still.
And we'll scoop.
Lower.
Lombardi.
Put some of that glue on that ball.
Up to Grace Hanlon, lost it.
There's a...
And a little push. We'll give the Whalers ball. And the first possession officially will go to Nantucket. And tough pass on the ground as
At least they got the backup.
Benny able to scoop and dodge away. Here's Maddie Lombardi at the top of the zone again. She has evolved into a bona fide scoring threat for the Whalers throughout the season. There she is, Lombardi at the top of the zone. Good pass inside. It was Suze Perriner drawing the whistle inside the 8s, so she'll get a free run here. First opportunity for Nantucket. Runs in,
Right
free
on
run.
top.
Oh, nice save. Renderer able to get to it. Tough pass.
We got another Gilmaner.
And Johnson.
Who gets the ball? Who's gonna get? Who's call?
Oh,
black ball.
They give it to
the
Wahconah.
Warriors.
So let's see what the Warriors can do with their first possession. That's MIAA, number 22, putting it in, actually. And Harrington, that's going to be the number to put a circle on, number 11. She's got it right now. She runs in.
She's got some space.
Shot. Save made by Ella Douglas.
What do we
whistle
got? Some sort of whistle
play,
on Mason
so
Lower. Is it going to be an 8s? What do we got here?
Looks like
it.
it.
Is.
Late whistle. But it will be the leading scorer for the Warriors, Brooke Harrington, with a chance
on
here.
top. It's going to be tough to stop. Nice, and she does.
Douglas
nice.
is up to the task once
Wow,
again.
right on top of her, too.
And the Whalers get to it. Let's see if they can get there clear.
Let's see this. Maya Johnson. Yeah,
I mean, wow. Just blowing by Warriors.
Find the open girl.
What a sprint with the ball.
There you go. Now look
Maya
again,
Johnson
look again.
just showing off.
Tilting that field.
Whalers with their second possession of the afternoon. They were denied on an opportunity from the 8s by goaltender Phelan Renderer. Here's Benny, moves to the left. Back to lower. Little switch, tough pass again. Hanlon unable to get to it cleanly. Mason glues that one to her stick. And here's Benny, surveys. Swings it behind the net, Dylan Damian. Looking. Hanlon. And this is the most rest this Whalers team has had all season. They've had an incredibly tough schedule. And
a lot of games.
Yeah, a lot of games in a row. Three back-to-back-to-back. Here's Lombardi powering her way through.
Great
Another
save.
good save.
Great top hand speed there by their
Lombardi
goalie.
wisely stays right in the crease as the clear attempt goes out of bounds.
Looks like this is something. This may have something to do with Western Massachusetts lacrosse.
Maybe. It just
The
doesn't
strategy.
seem advantageous, however. There's no
really
advantage
doesn't.
to what they're doing.
Exactly.
So Perriner gets it off the stick.
Stay with it. Nice.
Right to lower in front. It's Benny off her stick. So a couple of errant passes here as Warriors wisely get it to Perriner, and she tries to make a line drive pass that's quickly scooped up by Grace Hanlon, and the Whalers retain possession. 7:30 left here, still no score. Genthner sprints in and backs it up. Claire Genthner gives it at the Lombardi. She avoids one. Lower gets it as the Whalers work it around. Good patience. Here's Damian. Inside Benny with the left.
Nice.
Scores!
Great
Beautiful
timing.
pass and a great finish.
Time, room, space, back of the net.
Love it.
That was fun to watch there for the Whalers. Just calm, waiting for opportunities to come for them, and took advantage of that one. Found Benny. Great shot there.
The freshman plays well beyond her years, scoring the first goal. Again, she had a 6-goal game against CCA and has really made her presence be known with that left-handed shot.
Yeah.
So 1-0 Whalers with 6:51 to go. We played nearly half of the first quarter before the first goal was netted. A testament to both teams' defense and also some
errant passing. Couple of denials from the 8-meter, however. That's testament to the goalies as well. Douglas with a couple of saves, and Renderer with at least 3 saves already. Hanlon draws a whistle. The girl doesn't go behind her, but the Whalers keep playing. Benny working away from that right side, gets it over to Lombardi. Hanlon swings it. Here's an ISO. Lower, makes a move, makes another move, and nets it!
Incredible shot there by Lower. Great patience there once again for the Whalers, and finding the Lower, creating her own opportunity there, put them up 2-0.
Great way to, nice dodge, getting their hands free and putting that ball in the back of the net.
Again, I don't even want to say following in the footsteps of her sister because totally different players, as Mason obviously spent a lot of time on the defensive end, midfield, and now is certainly one of the is the leading scorer on the team. But she acted like Bailey on that one with a quick dodge and a very quick shot, and it found the back of the net. And the Whalers extend the lead to 2-0 here with just over 6 minutes to play in the first.
Great footwork on that dodge.
Yeah. Off the stick once again as the Grace Hanlon battling for it and gets pushed down to the ground. That should be Whalers' ball. And it is.
Not afraid to dive after that ball.
Anna Doyle, the junior, a little too aggressive.
Does that look like 12 feet? Look, now we're getting
there,
closer.
now
There's
that
10,
looks like 12
there's
feet.
12.
So Hanlon gets it over to Lower once again, or Gentner, I should say. And there's Mason Lower at the top of the zone. There's Maddie Lombardi. Whalers with a 2-0 lead in possession. Perriner. As the Whalers work it around the offensive set here, Dylan Damian over to Lombardi. Mason Lower scoring off that isolation play there. Louisa Benny scored the first goal for Nantucket off a nice play, great pass.
Nice ball movement.
And here's some space. Oh, good cut, just slightly missed time. And again, they've tried to get it to Grace Hanlon. She's just been unable to connect cleanly. And potentially another turnover as Sam Zadroga able to tightrope the sideline here.
Way to protect
Scoots it
that
back
ball.
to Maya Johnson. And the Whalers quickly
Boom. Love this. Great ball movement.
turn that clear attempt
That's
into some
it.
offense. Here's Lombardi. And Lombardi will get the whistle. It might be an opportunity from the eights because it was inside.
Inside, exactly. She's got
And
such
she
a
has
strong
become
shot
lethal from this area.
Exactly. She has got a strong shot.
Continuing to run just over 4 minutes now. Lombardi runs in, rifles it past Renderer.
Yeah, great play by Maddie Lombardi there, taking advantage of that penalty. And the Whalers have done a great job so far, holding on to the possession, taking their time, and just controlling the game to start things off. It's led to the success early on.
Experience is showing it's certainly a good thing to have here. The Whalers very experienced, especially on that defensive end between Maya Johnson, Maddie Lombardi, and crew back there. And they have quickly turned in some errant passing into 3 goals now in the matter of just a couple of minutes.
Taking advantage of unforced errors is the name of the game. And that's what they're doing at this point.
So Mason Lower once again in the X for Nantucket. Tipped ahead. And the
Warriors come
get
up with
to
it.
That's Brooke Thomas, just a freshman, one of
And that is Whaler ball, I would say. We had control.
12
Yes.
freshmen on this Warrior team. Whalers with 9 seniors. The Warriors played their way into this tournament with 12 freshmen, I should say. Here's Sam Zadroga. And again, you are
Great
just not going to
wheels.
stop
Look at
her.
this. Go lefty. Force it.
Weaving her way through Warrior
the center
defenders.
of that field.
Another
There's
big move,
lefty.
and here's Suze Perriner. Good cut by
Great
Claire
cut.
Gentner there. And Lombardi will settle things down here. Warriors have got a couple of shots off quick, but the Whalers defense has stymied them here in the last couple of possessions by the Warriors. Nantucket, however, has turned defense into offense, scoring 3 straight goals here. Looking to add a 4th here as we approach 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Wow,
Lower.
that was a slick little pass there. Then there is an 8, I bet you.
It'll be Dylan Damian.
The free shot.
She gets a run in from the 8s. And another one of those good scores for the Whalers. Number 21, Dylan Damian, with an opportunity to put the Whalers up. 2:02 left on the clock. She runs in, moves to the right.
On top.
Patient
Great save.
But another whistle. A flag down, yellow card. I didn't see anything egregious, but
From our angle, can't really see it.
number 8, Megan Tucker. No, number 6, excuse
2
me,
minutes.
Mia Thomas. Freshman heads to the penalty box for 2 minutes with a check to the head. There you go. So it'll be Dylan Damian straight on here. A much easier opportunity than that angle. Dylan Damian gets another chance to put the Whalers up 4-0. Shot, save
Great
made
save.
again. Renderer gets to it. Battle for the possession. And the Whalers get to it.
Let's see what they got here with the woman up opportunity here.
So, penalty opportunity here for the Whalers. Still lots of time left, minute 25 for Nantucket. And they've got to have somebody open here.
So far, Whalers doing a great job capitalizing off of these penalties.
Yep.
Put some
Here's
great
an opportunity
shots
for
on the goal.
Gensner. She rolls in, keeps it all the way through. Wow. Good shifting defense there by the Warriors, able to deny Gensner any room to get the hands free. Good left-handed pass. Good ride. A couple of defenders sticks with it and draws the whistle. Great possession and hold for Suze Perriner, and she'll get an opportunity from the 8s just off center.
Yeah, once again, Whalers doing a great job capitalizing off this. I think it's their 6th penalty shot so far.
Sounds about right. And Perriner pulls it back. So the Whalers will get the opportunity here. Good
Oh,
catch.
great look. Come on. Oh, great stick
Back
check.
And Benny scoops it up. Still 35
We got
seconds
35
left here in the
seconds.
quarter. As Lombardi scoops, and now the Whalers
We got
can operate
25
here. 25
seconds.
seconds left in the quarter. Lower and loses it. And a turnover.
Warriors capitalizing.
Oh, a turnover back.
Unforced error followed by unforced error.
9 seconds.
And the clock's going to run out. I would let the clock run out. Just let the clock run out. Yeah.
And we
there
will
you go.
come to the end of the first quarter. Still a couple seconds left on the penalty, but a good job by the Warriors on defense. I'll tell you what, Phelan Renderer has been the difference so far. The Whalers have a 3-0 lead, but it could be a lot more. We'll take a break here in the NSC and NCTV. Come back with the second quarter in the MIAA Division 4 round of 32 girls varsity lacrosse game. Whalers up 3-0.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by MIAA, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MIAALaw.com to learn how MIAA can assist you with your legal needs.
Want to welcome you back to live action here at Vito Capizzo Stadium as we get all set up for the second quarter of play. The Whalers lead 3-0, single tallies from Mason Lower, Louisa Benny, and Maddie Lombardi. And both goaltenders have shown out here. Phelan Renderer has definitely been the difference for Wahconah. She is the captain and the lone senior on the squad, and she's looking to play another day because she's come up with about 4 or 5 big saves, including 3 or 4 from the eights, which is usually just a goal. Ella Douglas has faced 2 shots and saved 2 as well for the Whalers.
Their goalie's a senior, and she's showing senior leadership.
Absolutely. Mason Lower tips it ahead. And Maddie Lombardi grabs it out of midair.
Nice. Great defensive play by the Warriors.
There's Mason Lower at the top of the zone. Whalers moving right to left on your television screen. Here's Claire Genther. She's got room if she wants it, but good moving of the feet there by the Warriors defense once again. Good passing around. Here's Lower on the left side.
Nice
good
grab
catch
by Dylan.
And Perriner.
Popped it out.
Turnover by the Whalers, but we'll see if Wahconah can get a clear here.
It's just she's such a good. There you go. That's a
nice
good
catch.
looking rope.
Bounce pass up, goes through. Sophia Sullivan gives chase.
What do we got here?
And it went out of bounds. So the Whalers get it on the turnover. Here's Lombardi at midfield.
Nice. Love the lefty.
Well, she is a lefty in her defense. Genther weaving through defenders. Ducks out of the way and gives it over to Hanlon. Nice job by Claire Genther to secure the possession, and the Whalers get to go to work here. Up 3-0. Second quarter of action here in the MIAA Division 4 round of 32. Lower with a little ISO. Here's a chance for Damien. She backs it out wisely here, and here's Grace Hanlon inside the eights. A little stop and go.
So tough.
And she earns the whistle.
Just like drawing the flag.
Not much there, but we'll take it. Grace Hanlon going to try and run in here on Renderer. Shot, save made once again. And the Whalers get possession. Louisa Benny resituates under the post and puts it in. And she runs in all the way through to the left. Oh,
Great save. She is great between the pipes.
So a little inexperience there. Offsides called on the Warriors. So the Whalers will gain possession once again here. We'll see if they can take advantage of this and score another goal. Renderer has been unbelievable so far. She has certainly been the story.
Kept them in this game.
3-0 our score. Perriner gives it up to Damien. Back up top to Mason Lower. Working from the right side this time. Makes a move. Benny.
Nice stick handling.
Oh,
Boom,
great cut by
that's
Hanlon.
Great look. Great
Another
one.
save.
She's just awesome between those pipes.
Wow. But again, another opportunity for Nantucket. 8:40 and counting. The Whalers have had the ball the entire quarter here so far, but yet to score because of Phelan Renderer. Genthner. Lombardi gives it over to Lower. Looks to make a move. She goes to the left.
Whalers moving great off the ball. So important for that off-ball movement to just keep happening.
Yep. Battle of attrition here offensively for the Whalers. They just keep possession. It only takes
There
a
you
moment.
go.
Here's Genthner
Got
makes
a
an
little
aggressive
space.
move.
Nope, great. The Warriors are very good at just putting a wall up when
Yeah.
the Whalers try to turn that corner.
Solid
their hands
defensive
free.
squad for sure. Pass up top, tough catch for Mason Lower in traffic. Here's Benny. Pass in front, Genthner unable to handle it.
Oh, great play. Oh, but
In
ball
front.
down. Nice.
Oh, Dylan Damien almost got a stick on it. And Renderer.
See her. Nice. See, now
Gets it
she's-
ahead to
now
Harrington.
That's a good clear.
Tough pass. Off the stick of Brooke Harrington, number 11.
She's got some wheels.
Oh, yeah. Leading scorer. She runs in on Douglas. Shot goes wide. They got it backed up, though.
Good opportunity for them.
Clock under 7 minutes to go. The Whalers had the ball 5 minutes and unable to score.
Whalers very lucky
Four
there,
different
but
shots.
They didn't come up on the other side of a goal there.
Harrington guarded by Johnson. Good defense. She gets a screen, runs through one, gives it up. That's Danielle Hegmeyer, number 13. Trails behind the net. Circles in, has an advantage, and
gets
scores.
it back of the net. That was nice play. Great individual dodge.
Again, this team not afraid of being down a couple of goals. They've come from behind and did so in the biggest stage that they've seen against South Hadley. So despite having a youthful group, they'll battle to the bitter end here. And with 6:24 to go in the second quarter, the Whalers have their lead shaved to 2, 3-1 as Hagmeyer finds the net. So Coach Jamie Lower is going to call timeout here. We'll keep it here, though, because we'll talk some more lacrosse as the Whalers will take timeout here. They have a 3-1 lead with 6:24 to go here in the second quarter. I know the Whalers have controlled possession, but they got to take advantage of those possessions. They've, it's been Renderer who's been the difference maker so far. She came up with 4 saves just in that last possession. I mean, she's got to be up to almost 10 or 11 saves already. I know this is the guy that makes us look small. Your thoughts, Colby, so far on how things are going? I mean, it's obviously a very competitive game.
Yeah, Renderer just keeping her squad in the game, making some incredible saves. But, I think the Whalers are, as you said, controlling that time of possession. They're winning the possession battle, making plays when they need to. The shots aren't falling right now, but I'm confident that they will. Wahconah's defense, we got to give credit to them, too.
Yeah, got to tip your cap.
They've held their own. And Wahconah just hanging in there, so hopefully we can make advantage of these opportunities and pick it up a little bit.
It's one of those things when you give a team that's looking for an upset bid hope.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah.
Hope goes a long way as an underdog, and right now I know those Wahconah Warriors have some hope here, and Whalers going to have to maybe throw a couple of, in here and shut that down here. But again, just got to tip your cap to the Wahconah Warriors. They're here for a reason.
Yeah.
They didn't come here to lose. And just coming off that last dodge for that goal, just coming right around, she was making a statement there. And now off those last 2 clears, they've definitely shown some progress in terms of clearing the ball. And it's we got a game, which is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Yep.
Whalers breaking their huddle along with the Warriors as we'll get back to live action here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Whalers up 3-1. 6:24 to go here in the second quarter. Again, the boys already moved along in impressive fashion. 14-2 was the final, as they will move on to the Sweet 16 once again, and they will face one of their nemesises, although they conquered the beast last year. It'll be Sandwich and Nantucket once again in the playoffs.
I wonder. I think they're 3-1 in their last 4 games. I think they played twice in.
Who, Sandwich?
Us versus Sandwich.
Oh,
we
yes,
beat them.
yes.
We beat them last year in the finals,
Yep.
and we beat them the year before. And I think they split.
Yeah, the hockey is where it's been lopsided. Here's Maddie Lombardi on the run. She gets back check, stays with it, and hangs on to the possession. So another draw control for the Whalers as they look to make it a 3-goal game once again. 3-1 our score, however. Lower gives it over to Maddie Lombardi, working from that right side. Damian, good cut by Grace Hanlon. Lower over to Damian as they swing it around once again. Here's Suze Perriner, number 12. Oh, no, that's Maddie Lombardi, excuse me. Damian. There's Lower, hops, skips. Still no advantage. Well, the Whalers just keep moving it around
that
here.
close. Take it with your hands free. Take that shot.
Yeah, as much as, here's Genthner with a sprint in. As much as I love the ball control, here's an opportunity. Lombardi scores!
Yes! She has got a rocket.
Great way there for Lombardi to find her way into the crease, get the goal, put Whalers up 4-1 here. And I love the aggressiveness by Lombardi there. Obviously, the Wahconah defense doing a good job containing the Whalers, but that aggressiveness is going to help the Whalers big time going forward.
And I don't mean to say this in a bad thing. I think the Whalers almost need to be more aggressive. Like you said, take shots. Let's get some shots on goal.
Just when Mason had that ball and she's inside the eights like
bad
that.
ever happens if you put the ball on net.
Just take an angry shot.
Yeah.
At the goal. Get
nonetheless,
angry.
the Whalers tally their 4th goal, second by Maddie Lombardi here in the first half. They lead 4-1 with 4:48 to go.
John Danowski, the legendary Duke coach, gave us a presentation one time. We went to the Lacrosse convention. He's like, shoot angry.
It's very true.
It just gives you that little extra. There we go. Whaler
That
ball.
Should be Whaler ball there, yep. Lower quickly up ahead to Maddie Lombardi on the run.
Watch your back.
And Lombardi will sprint it in. She's got an advantage. Shot.
Post.
Off the post.
Crossbar.
And it'll go
Whaler
out.
ball. How is that? Yeah, Whaler ball. Okay.
Sam Zadroga will put it in for Nantucket. Pass back to Wisentanner, and here's Maya Johnson. Look out, because she's coming at you. Weaves through 1, weaves through 2, weaves through, sprints ahead through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and gets blasted inside the 8s.
Get the 8s.
That's going to be a penalty. Wonderful individual effort from number 9, Maya Johnson.
She took one for the team on that one.
Absolutely. So she's okay because, man, the Jets, as soon as she hit the offensive end, she turned on the afterburners.
It's not going to be difficult for Maya to shoot angry on this one.
No. So number 9, Maya Johnson, just a junior, but, man, she is an integral cog on the defensive side of things, gets an opportunity from the 8.
It's just a rocket. Shoot angry.
She runs in, shot, scores.
That's fun to see. I mean, first off, running the field, drawing the foul, and then taking advantage of it, getting the goal.
It's almost as if they worked it to her on the defensive end
exactly.
here for the clear. They knew she could
back
go
to
right to
her.
her. Yeah,
Right back to
they
her.
went back to her, and she sprinted 2/3 of the field and just absolutely weaved her way through 8 different defenders.
Yeah, really impressive sequence there from Nia Johnson.
Through the foul, too. That's
Great individual effort.
such an aspect of this game, of the girls' game, where it's not a little less with the boys.
Roger that. 5-1 now. The Whalers up as they've answered the bell after Wahconah drew back to within 2 goals at 3-1. Still a minute 50 on the penalty to number 13, Hagmeyer. She is one of the 2 goal scorers, or the lone goal scorer, I should say, for the Warriors.
So funny. Look at the torque
Yeah.
of what Mason's her setup is.
I mean, good hustle by Harrington,
Both
but Lombardi
players.
able to battle through it.
Look
And
at
quickly
that.
gets it up to Sophia
Great
Sullivan.
poise.
And the Whalers are on the run. Ball down. Hanlon able to get to it. Here's Damian. Gets it up to Genthner, and the Whalers
Top,
can
look at all that
operate.
space.
Oh, Lombardi.
Go.
Again, penalty, so somebody is open. If no one's covering you, somebody's got to be open. Minute 10 on the penalty. Pass in front. Here's
There you
Benny.
go. Great look.
Scores.
It's a lot of seams when you're up a player.
Louisa Benny, the freshman's notched 2 goals now as well. And the Whalers extend the lead to 5 at 6-1 with 2:57 to play. Still 57 seconds left on the penalty, so
Yeah, Benny with another great left-handed shot there. I mean, she has a really quick release and put the Whalers up 6-1 here. Whalers starting to pick things up.
and I know you can scout the left-handed shot. It's one thing to scout it, it's another thing to defend
Exactly.
Stop it.
Yeah.
When it's
yeah.
right on the doorstep, but also too, it's as I was saying earlier during the boys' game. It's it's a lot of times we'll see that they're on the doorstep and the goalie ends up stopping it.
it. Yep.
So there's that little half a millisecond that you got to take to make sure that you're shooting where the goalie stick ain't.
Right. Nice job by Sam Zadroga reaching the stick over without getting her body over the line, and the Whalers get another possession here as we approach 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Whalers up 5-1. They were up 3-0 after the end of one. Here's Lower. Goes to the
Lefty.
left.
Love it.
Scores with the left.
100. Is that the goal? 101.
101 and counting. 102 actually. She scored
102.
earlier today.
Gotta
Well,
love the
that
lefty.
one's pretty with the left. That just made Hammy's month.
Yeah, another great left-handed shot there.
Timeout
Lower
called by Budai as the Whalers have extended the lead to 7-1, a 6-goal advantage. We'll take a quick break here in the NSC and NCTV. 2:20 left in the first half. Whalers up 7-1.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Want to welcome you back to live action here at Vito Capizzo Stadium as the teams get ready to break from their timeout. 2:20 left to go here in the second quarter. 7-1 now. The Whalers with the lead. Love it. 2 goals from Maddie Lombardi, 2 goals from Luisa Benim, 2 goals from Mason Lower, and Maya Johnson with a great individual effort to earn a trip from the 8, and she took advantage of that for the scoring for Nantucket. It was Danielle Hagmeyer with a great individual run around the net and found the net behind Ella Douglas for the Warriors' lone goal.
I love when Sam Zadroga leaves the cheer before this. She just really gets into it.
Absolutely.
Just Whalers on 3.
Senior.
Fires everybody up.
Absolutely.
Fires me up.
Absolutely. I'm in. Lower able to scoop and gets hacked from behind, but apparently good. Harrington.
It's so interesting.
And
Whoa,
she goes
hey,
down,
ooh.
and that will be a little
penalty?
extracurricular.
No
Maddie
penalty.
Lombardi a little too aggressive.
Oh,
and
yeah, we got a
she'll
penalty.
take a little jog across the field at 2:07. So
You don't want to do this.
it'll be 5-on-5 for 7 seconds. And then the Warriors will have a player up for 1:53 for basically the rest of the
Let's see
second
what their
quarter.
woman up offense looks like here.
Harrington able to sprint
She's
ahead.
You got to realize, you got
She
to play
runs
for her
through
speed.
2. Shot goes wide.
And she's going to, is it an 8? No way.
No.
Whalers get the ball? Oh, my God. That
Whalers
is
backed it up.
huge.
Wahconah with a fundamental error there, unable to get someone back there as the shot went
Give it to
wide.
Maya.
Maybe they thought it was
Give
a
it to
pass.
Maya. Nice. Here we go.
This is a full, like 102-yard dash, and she is just sprinting. She's breaking ankles out there. Look
From
at
behind.
Maya Johnson
Come
go.
on. Now slow up and
Unbelievable.
look for Claire here. Look at all the space that Claire had.
Oh, pass
There you
in
go.
front. Tipped. And
Tough.
it'll get scooped up by Renderer.
Got a minute here of woman down.
Tough pass. Nice catch. Off the stick of Mia Thomas. And off the stick once again.
Lucky.
Sophia Sullivan, Johnny on the spot there with a scoop. And
That's it. Now
here's
take your
Genthner.
time.
With
Take your time,
55
Get-
seconds
get
to go,
this-
Whalers can
get
play
this-
keep away here.
Oh, actually, both clocks are very aligned. I wonder why the officials have called time here.
Checking off sides, I think,
Yeah.
because of the penalty.
Yeah.
So it's still 6 on
6 on
6
6, yeah.
offensively.
And they've got 37 seconds left here to make something happen.
And on top of that, they have 37 seconds to shave off the penalty. Again, Wahconah unable to double team as
There you go. That's on the 8s. Very so lucky. Now, come on. Hustle up.
they stop the
Oh,
clock.
they stop
at
the
15
clock.
here.
Oh, they do. Okay.
So here's Grace Hanlon with an opportunity, shorthanded. Let's see, whistle will converse. I don't know. Maybe they're just discussing where they're going to get some pizza later on tonight. We're getting ours from kids over at. Here's Hanlon.
Yeah, right on.
Oh, another good save.
What do we got? 7. Oh, nope. Clock's going to run out.
2 seconds. 1.
Penalty's done. And
Oh, Barron with a spin move. So the Whalers will head to the break here at the half with a 7-1 lead. They outscore Wahconah 4-1 in the quarter and take a 6-goal advantage to the halftime break here. We got about 7 minutes to go. We'll take a quick break here in the NSC and NCTV, recap what happened with the boys game, and analyze the first half. Stay with us here for the second half. Whalers up 7-1.
In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler. 1, 2, 3, Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler. ¡Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity, a legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp. I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we have reached halftime here of the Division 4 round of 32 game between the Nantucket Whalers and the Wahconah Warriors. Whalers up 7-1 behind 2 goals scored by Maddie Lombardi, Louisa Benny, and Mason Lower. Maya Johnson with an incredible individual effort scored off of a free shot from the 8. The lone goal scored for the Warriors from Danielle Hagmeyer, but Phelan Renderer in net has been the absolute story so far. This could easily be 10, 11, 12-1. If not for Renderer and her great play. Hanging out with Hammy Hurd and our incredible, I don't even want to call him a student broadcaster. He's one of our crew here, Colby Lucas. What has impressed you? What your impressions, Colby, through 24 minutes here? Obviously, the Whalers with a pretty commanding lead, comfortable lead, I would say. But again, almost have to tip the cap to Wahconah for making this a game at all.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of aspects that the girls have done great on, but I think just the adjustments that they've made is, it's really huge to their success in this one. I mean, playing kind of a calm pace, slow pace game to start it off. Wahconah did a good job containing them, and then they switched it up to aggressive play, scored 4 straight goals, and now they're up 7-1. So I think they've done a great job adjusting, and
Let's hit the repeat button here for another 24 minutes. I think you hit the nail on the head. Mason Lower opened the scoring, and the Whalers had a 3-0 lead after 1, and then Wahconah made it 3-1, and we were saying, well, with the goaltender playing the way she is, this could be a grinded-out kind of game. And then, like you said, the Whalers put the pedal to the metal here behind Maya Johnson's incredible two-thirds field clear and just absolute afterburners, unlike any other player on the field so far, to give the Whalers another goal. Mason Lower added a second. Benny added another one, and Lombardi also in that second quarter to kind of break it open here. Hammy, your thoughts on what the Whalers have to do with the final 24 minutes to hold this lead?
It just keep grinding,
Yeah.
and this is playoff lacrosse, and you're going to see good goalies, if not great goalies, the whole rest of the way.
Sure.
And this is the first test of what they're going to see. So it's just keep grinding and find that best shot to put it where the goalie stick ain't.
Yep. Well, again, I we've said it for the last month and a half, just about, and you mentioned it today. Adjustments that comes from the top, and Coach Jamie Lower, and as she was walking off, she grabbed Luisa Benny here and had just some footwork, adjustments to her. And as she walked her in, again, just a freshman, although she certainly plays beyond her years and is one of the most talented goal scorers the Whalers have. But the coaching never ends. As you're going in
Don't stop.
at halftime, you take your one of your leading scorers and give her a little tidbit to, give her another advantage. And it's a testament to her job over the last 6 years, but certainly this year. Again, I've said it and I'll continue to say it. It's her best job. This team right here is definitely her best job.
Just the cohesiveness
Yeah.
has just been so great. And if you look at the Whalers, the possession time, it's got to be the Whalers up by 70-30 right
Sure.
now.
Yeah. I mean, they had the ball for nearly almost the first 5 minutes, full 5 minutes of that second quarter, unable to score. It took Maya Johnson's run through to break that, but. It is. Again, it's attrition. You know what I mean? Your defense can only play at such a high level for so long before they're going to find a seam.
And that's good. That's the grind. They just keep grinding out and just backing up those shots, making sure that, if they do make an errant pass, that they get right on it, scoop it up, and run it to safety. And
it is a 48-minute game here. Obviously the Whalers still got to put 24 more minutes together, but with all the travel and all this unique home field advantage that we have, this field, runs harder than a turf field. You know what I mean? It's not longer, obviously. It's not bigger, but it certainly runs harder on the grass.
Plays interesting.
It plays interesting.
Old school lacrosse
you got to
field.
think that comes to the advantage of the Whalers eventually here. It certainly did in the first game, as we saw the boys take care of business. 14-2 was the final from neighboring Lenox, Massachusetts. Dalton is where the Wahconah Warriors hail from, but it's not too far down the road, those Lenox millionaires.
Nice grab.
And so that's Hagmeyer, a new...
That's coming.
Oh!
Yeah, they're going to – exactly. But it's somewhat, though, too. It's a smart
illegal pick.
But it's a smart play. I mean, she's playing. She's in a cross-check position.
Yeah. And this is Harrington. She is the leading scorer for the Warriors as they get the first offensive possession of the second half as the dust flies from the field. Little spin. Again, they're going to force the Whalers to make an error. Down on the ground and scooping in it on the run is Maddie Lombardi. Great play by number 33 as she sprints
Go back,
into
go
the clearing.
Go lefty.
Unable to finish it as she takes a tumble herself. No call, but the Whalers able to retain possession as Mason Lower settles things down here. Opening moments here, the second half. Whalers up 7-1. You're watching live round of 32 Division IV girls lacrosse from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Chris Morris hanging out with Hammy Hurd and Colby Lucas. Here's a pass inside. Benny.
Nah, didn't have it. She had a tiny little window.
And wisely pulls it back. Here's another great pass. Hanlon.
Great save. But also, too, I mean, that shot just went directly at her.
Yeah.
It's like, aim for those corners.
Another bouncing ball here as Sophia Sullivan battles for it and scoops and gains possession. Back to Zadroga.
That's
tough pass.
Exactly. You want to throw it to the person with the most amount of green grass in between them and their defender.
Oh, thievery by Zadroga. And she
like
sprints ahead.
pickpocketing.
That's 12
That's one
inches.
of the most impressive.
That's 12 feet. There we go. Now we got it.
Yeah, Maddie. That's it. Look to Maddie. Nice. That's it.
Lombardi spins back, goes through a couple of different defenders, gets it jarred loose momentarily. Tough pass as Mason Lower wasn't expecting it. She's got it now. Has room. Runs in.
Oh,
denied the goal.
That's tough. Great play by Lower there. Just drew
Again,
the
it's,
foul.
it's one of those things you got to let them play. Just
I
let
know.
them play.
Aspect of women's lacrosse.
Yeah.
No, but you get another shot.
So here's Mason Lower from the 8. Runs in, passes it. Damien scores.
That's the nicest goal of the day right there. That's awesome. That's
Unselfish
exactly what you need to do. That was the best look of the day. That really, really was.
Defense had no chance.
Playing against a really, really great goalie who's making so many stops that you just can't catch up to that. That is the smartest play of the day. And that's why her nickname is Elmer.
But that's called from the bench. There's no way they did that on the fly. That was called in. And Mason Lower knew exactly where to go, when to go, and a great cut by Dylan Damian and an even better finish. 8-1, the Whalers lead now with 8:51 to go here in the third. Trying to advance to yet another Sweet 16. Man, it has been a sweet run of lacrosse here for the last 5 or 6 years. It's crazy. Lower with another draw control on the run. Damien, who just scored, whips it into Benny. And she'll retreat. Oh, actually, that was Perriner. Benny now over to Lombardi. As the Whalers working around the perimeter. Oh, nice defense.
Great.
Wow. Good play.
He's got some wheels here, too. Just get back. Just by Sam Zadroga getting in position. Nice.
Oh, good job by Grace Hanlon to stay with it. And stays with it again with a little stick check. Bounding ball. Hagmeyer finally corrals it. 8-1 Whalers with the lead. Here's Harrington. She is the leading scorer for the Warriors. They have held her in check so far. She's going to go back to the right as she sprints around the net.
She's just got some wheels.
Yeah, good athlete.
Talk
They
about explosive
miss her for a half
speed.
second.
Then she gets one by.
And
That's
she
a
gets
goal.
one by.
8-2.
As she made her way around, the Whalers kind of lost her in the shuffle. They thought she had passed it, but unfortunately she did not, and she was able to shoot it by Ella Douglas higher in the net with 7:31 to go. Whalers with an 8-2 lead now.
She's got that Maya Johnson explosive speed.
Yeah, that
she
burst.
really has a great burst, definitely.
And showing why she is the leading scorer for the Warriors. She amassed over 70 points throughout the season.
Matt Light, the great offensive lineman, called it close space quickness.
Right.
That's what he was.
And they're going to give it to Wahconah. Hagmeyer. Guarded by Maddie Lombardi. Tip pass.
Yes.
And scooped by Benny.
Protecting
Louisa
that
Benny.
ball. Roll back. That's it.
Oh,
Great roll. That's
beautiful
exactly what you got
rollback.
to do.
She's got
Exactly.
space now. Great job. Patience. The hesitation, slight hesitation is all it took for her to get those hands free enough to roll back and gain the zone, and the Whalers have another possession on the turnover. Good job by Maddie Lombardi to force that turnover. Seemed like a nonchalant play. She just stuck the stick out there and was able to deflect the pass enough to get it to the awaiting Whaler defender. Here's Lower with an advance.
Boom.
Damien.
What do we got there?
not guarding someone, looks like maybe. So it'll just be a advance from the 12 here. I guess out of position. I don't know.
Could be they're inside
They're
the
going to
eights.
give her an 8.
They're going to discuss this.
Yeah. This has got to have some clarification. I don't know how they get an 8 out of that. Yeah, there you go.
Another opportunity here for the Whalers on the penalty. Seems like a pretty common theme here in the game.
Good patience shown by the Whalers. They're not needing to force it here with an 8-2 lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clock is their friend. Good catch. Down goes Damien. Quickly recovers, however, and now has a slight advantage, but gives it up to Genthner. Here's Lower. Perriner. Battling through. Here's Hanlon. Low shot. Scores! Grace Hanlon finally finds the net. They've missed her on about a handful of cuts there. She powers her way through a couple of defenders and sneaks it by the goaltender Renderer, and that has been a trick so far, although the Whalers have already scored 9. They're approaching that double digit. That's what we need. That we said they needed to hit double digits here and there. 9 goals now with 5:23 left here in the third. The difference has been they've only given up 2.
That was one of the best shots of the whole day.
Right?
Just knowing that they're playing against a great goalie and just having the mindset to just shoot it where that girl's stick ain't.
Right?
Definitely, because she's just so hot.
Great instinct from the senior Phelan Renderer, but the Whalers have found a way to notch 9. Oh,
very,
that's a
very
good move
nice
on the draw control.
Great defense by Sam.
Shot deflected over the
we'll
net.
Take that. Oh, very lucky there.
And a push.
And a push from behind.
Oh, she got pushed, sir. It's my 2 cents.
Hey, we'll take it.
Louisa Benny ends up with it, but she got pushed. Alternate possession, so that coaching move right there, taking the alternate possession as a kind of a jump ball scenario. But you could see her clearly. Benny got pushed. I mean, it was a perfect little veteran nudge there. But here's Lombardi blasting through.
See, that's a cross check there.
That's some of the boys over there taking in the game on the corner appreciate the whistle, and here comes Maddie Lombardi with a chance from the 8s to give the Whalers an 8-goal lead here if she can put it in the net.
She's got to rocket it. She's just got to put it in the right spot.
Scores!
And she did.
Maddie Lombardi with a hat trick, and she puts the Whalers up 10-2.
It's like she was listening to you right before she shot that hammy. I mean, that was just as he drew it up there. Not firing it in, just finding the spot where the net's empty and getting the goal for her team. Putting the Whalers up 11-1.
As good as Renderer has played, you can see her holding the stick a little dejected there in net as she knows things are slipping away as the Whalers now hold a 10-2 lead, flexing their offensive muscles.
You just got to keep on, it's like when you're chopping down a tree, it just gets, the more you chop, the weaker the tree gets, and finding another chink in the armor. But despite that goal, she's still a really, really great goalie between the pipes.
Again, this should be about 15-16-2 already. Tough pass. Goes all the way through. Pass deflected and quickly scooped by Hanlon.
Just run away.
And that's an infraction. Hanlon sprints ahead and let's just let her play, I guess. Let's just go. Grace Hanlon advances into the offensive end, and it's another infraction called on the Warriors. Hanlon sprints in inside of the defense, and she'll get an 8. She'll get an opportunity from the 8. Great job by number 4, Grace Hanlon, not giving up on the play, and now she gets a chance at another goal she just scored a minute ago. Hanlon passes it up. Damian diving down, and she'll get a chance.
She's going to get a shot from the 4s on that one.
Yeah, right?
That would have been an incredible goal.
And
that's
time called here as there is a flag down, so we'll have no penalty, excuse me. So it'll be Dylan Damian once again from the 8s. 3:08 to go here. Whalers up 10-2, looking to add to it. Patience denial.
Great save.
Renderer denies. But the Whalers retain possession with good hustle. So clock continuing to run here as we approach the end of the third quarter. Just over 2 minutes to play. Well, 2.5 minutes. Whalers up 10-2. Slightly too physical, as you hear. Well, maybe you don't hear, but the boys on the far end giving it to the stripes a little bit. Oh, good skip pass there by Lower. Unable to connect cleanly, but
looks like we're going to get it back.
Yeah, Weller's doing a great job maintaining the possession there.
Perriner works through, and again, Wahconah just kind of seems defeated after every whistle now. Here's a pass in, connects with Hanlon, and she draws another whistle.
I mean, the whistle's blowing a lot, but for good reason.
Exactly. At least it's our side.
I am under the opinion that women's lacrosse is a more dangerous sport than the men's.
No pads,
There's
nothing.
no pads.
Here's Grace Hanlon with an opportunity. She passes it up. Damian hammers it home, and she spills again.
And so what is there?
No penalty, no nothing. Goal counts.
Just an athletic goal.
Yeah, exactly. It should be an and one. Dylan Damian notches her second goal of the afternoon with 1:37 left here in the third quarter. 11-2 now. The Whalers up. Goals have been scored by Grace Hanlon, Maya Johnson with single tallies. Dylan Damian now with 2. Mason Lower with 2. Louisa Benny with 2. And Maddie Lombardi leads the way with 3 goals for the Whalers. I hope that adds up to 11. Not a math major, so. There's Lower once again. Good battle again. Hagmeyer's got the height on her anyways. But this has been the problem for the Warriors. They just have not been able to finish. Good pass, but unable to finish it. And gets in there and just throwing her body around as Brooke Harrington seeming a little frustrated there. And she probably should be with an 11-2 deficit as we approach a minute to play here in the third quarter. Whalers looking to advance to yet another Sweet 16 here under Jamie Lower. Nice play, though.
There we go.
Here's Harrington.
Explosive
She sprints
speed.
in, shot,
Getting
score.
one by.
Nope.
Oh, no, side of the net.
Side of the net. Wow. Ella Douglas able to cut off the angle. And here's Maya Johnson. Sends one to the ground.
Ankles.
And just blast through that one.
Come on, look at Mason. Look at Mason.
Nope, keep
Mason,
it.
keep
Run
running,
it all
keep
the
running,
way.
Keep running forward.
Run it all the way through another one and draws a whistle. Maya Johnson.
At the 12s.
Asserting her.
It's just so strange that they can hurt somebody at the 12s and it's just the 12.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same penalty.
Yep.
You know? But it's just the spacing.
The
it
distance.
just seems like a very strange way to.
So Maya Johnson will put it in and passes it over to Louisa Benny. Another great individual effort from Maya Johnson with the clear. And great effort by Dylan Damian. Just throwing herself all over the place.
Going everywhere today.
Bodies flying, man. Love it. Final seconds here of the third quarter as the Whalers will try and hang on to it here. And
we're going to get
Lower
one.
advancing in. Scores! Clock
No
stops
goal.
for 5 seconds. They deny the goal. Oh, what a great effort by number 25. As she was falling down, rips it.
And she gets it's an 8.
She does get an opportunity from the 8s. With 5 seconds to go, clock will start as soon as the whistle blows.
So you're shoot angry.
Runs in, shot,
Yes,
scores!
and
A
that
quick
is an
shot,
angry
Fools.
shot. Gotta love angry shots.
Quick shots, Fools renderer on that one. Took a couple of steps, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Whalers take a 10-goal lead to the fourth. We'll take a very quick break here on the NSC and NCTV, I should say, and bring you the fourth quarter. Whalers are up 12-2.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. Round of 32, girls Division 4 lacrosse game. An interesting conversation here between the coaches and the Stripes here as Coach Budai had something to say, and I'm impressed that she was able to get out what she got out. I don't know if it'll make a difference here. The Whalers up 12-2 heading into the fourth, but you got to hand it to them for at least hearing it, and it was, presented in a forceful way, but nice and respectful.
Just trying to make her point.
Just trying to make her point, and I respect the Stripes for hearing that. It's not very many opportunities do you get during a game to actually express your frustration or
and bring both coaches in.
Yeah, they brought both coaches
part
in.
of the discussion
And also nice to see our good friends over at the Nantucket Booster Club opening up the concession stand. We took advantage. We had some hot dogs up here.
Popcorn.
I love it. Hey, Sunkissed, the original, baby. The orange fizzy. Yes, please. Took advantage of one of those. Some Cool Ranch Doritos. We had a nice little snack in between things. Again, not quite the crowd that we had for the boys' game, but glad to see them open and doing their thing. Of course, you can just donate to the cause over there as well. They'll always take a little extra money from you because they do special things
for your time.
The athletics.
If you're looking to help out, they're looking for volunteers.
Absolutely, always. And Maddie Lombardi off the draw.
Throw the wheels on.
As we begin the fourth quarter of play here, the Whalers looking to advance to yet another Sweet 16 berth. Win and move on, baby.
Great skip pass there. Dylan.
Again, good patience shown by the Whalers.
Get it. A little unforced error there by the Whalers. Got to make your passes. Warriors awarded the ball. They got a nice little slow break here.
So Manchester Essex awaits the Whalers if they can hold on here and put away the Warriors.
Oh,
And that
nice
finds the net.
goal.
Wow.
Great
stick-to-itiveness.
goal.
I believe that's number 7, Brooke Thomas, who finished that one off for the Warriors.
Great
Good
goal.
aggressive
Pounced
move.
it, just hit the inside of that pipe. Oh, my God.
Right at the goal mount and found the inside of the pipe for goal number 3, but just a minute and 15 into the fourth quarter, and the Warriors strike here. But they're going to have to string together some draw controls here if they're going to continue to dent this 9-goal lead that the Whalers have built. Lower flips it behind. Race for the ball as Grace Hanlon gets there up, but Lombardi a little too aggressive as number 7, the last goal scored for
great
Thomas,
goal.
just got knocked down, but it'll be Lombardi heading to the penalty box. No, not even heading to the penalty box.
Looks like it was a push.
It was
from
inadvertent.
behind.
Yeah, it was inadvertent, but she did go down. Flexed her shoulder there a little bit. So Warriors get that draw control here. Loose ball, however. And that's a into the face. Should be Whalers ball, yep. Lombardi able to avoid the brush. Sophia Sullivan loses it. Scoops it quickly, though, and recovers. Man, ground balls for the Whalers have been clean. And here she is. Maya Johnson, again, finds that afterburner speed and gets
Great
it quickly
feed.
up to Dylan Damian. Gets the click from Sam Zadroga, another senior, as they clink sticks, and job well done, number 9, once again. So again, Whalers can just kind of play keep away here as they have a 9-goal lead. At 12-3, here's Benny. Oh, way too much space for number 31. She knows what to do with it, and she is now a bona fide finisher. Louisa Benny with another goal. I love that celebration, the jump rope. I mean, from the left side, no way you're going to stop her.
Finding a chink in the armor finally. She's been so great. And the Whalers are now just getting it by her when they take a shot.
13-3, and the clock does run with a 10-goal advantage in the girls'
women's
game.
That's interesting.
Yet another interesting tidbit of the women's game.
The boys aren't merciful.
I know, right? So as long as the Whalers can keep this 10-goal advantage, it will be a running clock. And again, Grace Hanlon has been excellent on the ground balls around the circle and the draw controls.
At some point in the girls' field,
Here's
look at this!
another one.
Oh,
Whoa.
great save! There she goes,
Gensler.
showing that she is a great goalie.
But Dylan Damian able to hang on to it behind the net, and the Whalers can continue to chew away at some clock here, in addition to maybe tallying another goal here and adding to their 10-goal lead.
At some point in Massachusetts lacrosse's future, shot clock is coming.
Sure.
Because it's happening in other states at this point, and everybody else is basically starting to use it. I'd be interested to see if it comes next year.
Everybody wants to see more goals, and that will do it. Maddie Lombardi works it over to the right side. Again, Whalers can kind of hang on to things here.
Great,
oh,
go lefty. Oh.
All the way through Perriner.
She got one at the 8s. Gets it from behind.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a defensive alignment infraction. Again, clock continuing to run, approaching 7 minutes to play here. Yeah, that looks like about 9 feet, yep. score, spins back. Good defense. Gives it back up top to Maddie Lombardi. Lombardi's got 3 goals along with Mason Lower to lead the Whaler attack. She's got lots of room here. Oh, nice movement. Shot goes high. Whaler's got 3 players back behind the net, though, to keep possession. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Time ticking away here on the Wahconah Warriors season as the Whalers see it come in. Damien.
No doubt.
Perriner, I mean.
Suze Perriner, exactly. Are they giving her an 8?
Sure are.
Yep. Giving her an 8. Okay, let's see her shoot angry.
Got to hand to these refs. They are on every little detail they have been able to handle. Perriner shoots and scores from the 8. First goal for Suze Perriner, and that is the 7th goal scorer for Nantucket. 14-3 as the clock will continue to run with 5:50 and counting here.
Just so hard to stop that.
Yeah.
But also, too, a great shot. You know?
Right at her feet.
It's just so important to put it where that goalie stick isn't, and you know that finding that right spot on the ground, especially on this surface, is an advantage to the shooter. And if you can find that, it's
good things happen.
Yeah, you increase your odds of that ball hitting the back of the net.
So the Whalers closing in on round of 32 victory. Oh, just off the stick of Lombardi, but she scoops and recovers and will draw the whistle. The hustle never stops for number 33, Maddie Lombardi. Hustles to the off ball and now hustles through. Draws 3 defenders. Circles back. Gives it up to Zadroga, who switches to the left, circles back, and loses it. Good defense by Wahconah there, forcing the turnover. Turning the corner is Brooke Thomas. Guarded by Grace Hanlon. Good little box out there to gain some space. Hanlon says, Approaching 4 minutes to play here. The Whalers in control, 14-3. The score.
Oh, tough unforced error.
Cannot afford those against this Whaler squad, that's for sure.
Especially with a running clock. Hey, nice defensive play there. Forced an unforced error by the Whalers. And the Whalers get it back in.
Oh, peanut gallery chime in from afar over there. So both the boys and girls advance to the Sweet 16 once again. It has been an incredible run of 5 years in a row. Both teams have made it.
Always nice being in the top half of the.
Absolutely. Play right here at home.
Of the division.
And Dylan Damien tags in Quinn Canty. Looks like her afternoon is done. A great effort from her.
Wow.
Another great save.
Great save.
But not a great clearing attempt. And the Whalers take advantage. Carly Ray. Here's Lombardi. Pass right in front. Scores. Nice.
Lower with her 4th.
Mason Lower scores her 4th of the afternoon.
Yeah,
and
big
that
game
is, for her. If the nail wasn't already in the coffin, baby,
exactly.
That is definitely the nail in the coffin. As the clock will continue to run, under 2 minutes left here in the 4th. The Whalers will punch their ticket to face Manchester Essex. We'll have to figure out. Travis and his gang are going to have to do a little work and see when when it can be scheduled. We'll, of course, know as soon as they let us know and get everything lined up for the Sweet 16 as both the boys and the girls will advance. We'll see what the final is here, but right now it's 15-3 as Hagmeyer advances for the Warriors and then backs it out. And just fantastic defense by the Whalers all afternoon long. It has just been a stymie, ball loose in front, and an opportunity from the 8s upcoming here for the Warriors. That'll be number 14, Chloe DeFazio.
Yeah, the Whalers have been impressive in pretty much all facets of the game today, but, I mean, if anything's the most impressive, I'd say defensively. They've played excellent.
Both the boys and girls defense have
sure
shined out today for sure. And it will be those squads that will certainly be the difference makers.
Yeah, both teams did a great job containing their opponents today. No doubt about it.
And again, this team came in with over 200 goals scored, so they could put the ball in the net.
For sure.
But it has been a frustrating afternoon for the Warriors offensively. And good switch, good communication, double team off the switch. Good job, Grace Hanlon. I mean, just nowhere to go. Where are you going to go here? There's nowhere to go. Oh, fantastic shots. Finally a score. Good shot.
Look. Really, really great look. Little touch pass right out in front.
Just too little too late for the Warriors as the final 20 seconds will run off the clock here.
Yeah, but still playing to the whistle.
Absolutely, but
that's awesome for them. And
gentlemen, we move along here. We've got all things set up for the Sweet 16. It'll be a rematch of last year's Division IV state championship game. The Sandwich Blue Knights facing off against your Nantucket Whalers on the boys' side, and the girls will face off against a familiar foe in the postseason in the Manchester Essex team as they already advanced. So congratulations to both the boys and girls teams in impressive fashion. 15-4 the final. We'll see if Colby can go grab somebody. Who are you going to grab, buddy? Mason? Mason or Maddie? Or both.
There you go. Let's get all the seniors.
But again, in impressive fashion, Coach Jamie Lower in her final season wins yet another playoff game and advances to the Sweet 16 for the 5th year in a row. And I don't know, what are your final thoughts here this afternoon?
They just they are grinding.
Yeah.
That's really, really it. You know, playing against a great goalie and a team that was not going to lay down, and they just kept moving forward. That's really it. That is the bottom line.
Again, Ella Douglas not really tested that much, a testament to the defensive pressure. Obviously, you got to tip your cap to Phelan Renderer. The senior goes off with a great game despite giving up 15 goals. It should have been 25 goals. You know, it could have been
outstanding goalie play.
It could have been a lot more. But
even the Whalers scored a lot of goals, but their Wahconah's defense was still very, very good.
Yeah.
They really were. They collapsed really well, and a testament to the Whalers is they just kept grinding. And in the end, they just kind of figured out some of the weaknesses in the goalie and started getting it by her.
It was certainly a war of attrition, and the Whalers won the war, obviously outlasting and outplaying the Warriors just in a few aspects of things. Certainly defensively was one of them, but transition game was top-notch. Certainly offensively, plenty of goal scorers, seven different goal scorers. Maddie Lombardi had 4, Louisa Benny, the freshman, with 3, and Mason Lower. So the 2 captains accounted for 7 goals. Dylan Damian had 2 goals in the second half. Suze Perriner, Maya Johnson. What a great game Maya Johnson had. I mean,
she's such a weapon.
She is a weapon.
Because from the other side of the field.
From the defensive end of things to be able to transition as effectively as she just her can do. That is 100% a weapon.
Just love seeing those wheels.
Yeah,
just
exploding,
just tilting
a fifth
the
gear
fields.
that
Exactly.
nobody can touch. And it was on full display today, and hopefully it will be on full display as we move forward here. Again, we will find out when the Whalers will face Manchester Essex, but we do know that it is Manchester Essex, and we'll see when the boys will be facing those Sandwich Blue Knights once again. As a rematch of the state championship game last year. Certainly a much different team for Sandwich and the Whalers, but Whalers able to retool a little bit better as the Blue Knights will come into the game with just a 9-10 record.
But I'm sure they played very tough competition.
Sure, yeah, they played. They've gone up
Cohasset
against
probably
Norwell.
Twice.
They've gone up against Cohasset twice.
They're all in the same league.
Yep. 2 of their losses against Cohasset, 2 of them against Norwell. Same thing, same thing for the Whalers, though. I mean,
that's a very
Division III opponents that they lost to.
100%.
2 of the top 3 teams.
You just want to see them continue, but both squads just continue this momentum and just play mistake-free ball moving forward.
Absolutely,
and that is the key. That's what's going to put you on the higher side of the scoreboard when the clock reads 0-0 at the end of the day, because this is win and move on.
Win and move on, baby, and the Whalers do move on. We'll see if Colby Lucas can get
grab somebody for
a person or two for some extra chat. As again, great having Colby joining us here in the booth all day for both games.
So awesome.
3-man
booth.
3-man booth, baby. Made it happen, and again. Thanks very much to Charles Douglas for doing, 4 people's jobs over there, as he always does.
And taking off with doing other responsibilities off site.
Quote-unquote break, but not really.
Grinding.
Absolutely.
He's a grinder.
Well, the coaches are out. We'll see if we can grab a player or two here as Colby grabs Matty Lombardi. We'll get the camera over to him, and one of our co-captains here. We'll send it down to Colby Lucas and Matty Lombardi, one of our players of the game. Oh, there you go. Dad gets his moment.
How are you going to build on that momentum going forward to the next game?
I mean, I think we definitely have a tough opponent coming up. Like, we played them before. We know kind of their game, and I think we need to keep the intensity up to a high level. Just keep pushing, keep grinding, smart shots. Just like we know we need to do, so we're just going to do it.
Maddie, you played a great game today. 4 goals or 3? 3 goals today. Played great, but it wasn't just you. It was a great team effort. What does it feel to have, a team that can really back you up and ensure you?
I think it's really reassuring. I think being able to be on a team where you don't just rely on 1 or 2 players is really beneficial and hard to play against. Yep. So I think we definitely have that, and the depth that we have is what makes us such a great team.
All right, thank you so much, Maddie. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Colby.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thanks very much. Great game from Matty Lombardi. Matty, we had you with 4. I don't know. You guess you only scored 3. I don't know.
Give yourself another.
We'll just take another one. That's fine. Great job by Colby Lucas, as always. He does a fantastic job. And we will say our final goodbyes here. A great afternoon of lacrosse for the Whalers, both the boys and the girls. Pick up victories and move on to the Sweet 16. We'll wait for Colby. Come on in here,
Come on,
Chief.
Cole.
Come on,
get
baby.
in here.
This is your,
Put that over there. Nice.
Great job by Colby Lucas as one of our tri-commentators here this afternoon. Here, we'll duck down for you, Hammy. Don't worry. Short in stature, but large in personality.
Big calves.
Hammy Hurd, absolutely calves of a champion. For the entire NSC crew and NCTV crew, I am Chris Morris, Colby Lucas, Hammy Hurd, Charles in charge, doing a phenomenal job.
And
don't forget Sophia Reese, who joined us for
relief,
a little relief pitching
pinch
there.
hitting.
Some middle relief there as we got things going. We'll be back at it later on this week. It's going to be either Wednesday or Thursday for both games, so make sure you tune into the medias once Travis and the opposing teams figure out when and what time things are going to be. The bottom line is
Both Whalers teams, boys and girls lacrosse teams, advanced to the Sweet 16, both in impressive fashion. Thanks very much for joining us, Whalers Nation. We'll see you very soon for more playoff action here on the NSC and NCTV.
Whalers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Whalers!
Whalers!